What is up, YouTube? That's here, and today I'm super excited to be bringing you guys some more Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl 6v6 singles OU Wi-Fi battles. People have been telling me since the start of this game that you use Garchomp too much. So today, we're using Salamence. Salamence is very similar to Garchomp. It was also, both Garchomp and Salamence were banned at the end of Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, like Gen 4 Wi-Fi battles on Smogon tiers. So they're both really, really good. And I want to show you guys that things like Salamence can be really good. Things like Aerodactyl, which people have completely slept on in this format, can be absolutely amazing. As well as things like Electrode. It's all about going fast. It's all about having a need for speed. And if you use your team correctly and you get the right pins, any Pokemon can really be usable. I want to direct you guys to the question today, and that is, what is your favorite TV show of all time? I know there's a lot of good TV shows that aren't really around anymore. I think in terms of like shows that aren't around anymore, I think the one that engaged me the most was probably Lost. I definitely enjoyed Lost. I thought Breaking Bad was pretty cool. I skipped a couple of the middle seasons, but I ended up coming back for the ending. And in terms of shows that are around now, I really like a lot of the shows that are on like you know, the travel and discovery channels. So I like, I'm a big fan of like Ghost Adventures. I like that ambience, and I really like Destination Fear. That's probably my favorite show that's like actively live right now. Destination Fear is probably my favorite show. But other than that, like, let me know. Let me know what your favorite show is. I want to know what sort of genres of TV shows you guys like. Definitely let me know. I love reading your comments every single morning. Without further ado, we're going to hop right on into these battles and see if we can get some sweeps with Salamence. Here we go. That's a super, super solid team. You got the Blissey, you got the Rotom, you got the Skarmory, you got the Scizor. I wish I had Scizor, man. Holy moly. I have a Scyther. I just haven't gone through the trouble of like EV training it because I have a very specific Scizor EV spread that I like. I don't really mind leading Salamence here, do I? Let me actually think about that. Because if I lead Sally and then we T-target the Intimidate off, I wonder how well that guy eats a Life Orb Adamant move. Like a Life Orb Adamant EQ? It might not eat it very well. Same thing with a Skarm. It might not eat it very well. Scizor definitely won't eat that very well. You know what? I will lead with Salamence. And if they want to go to Blissey, be my guest. Blissey, be my guest. The cool thing about that team is there are no ground types, right? There are no ground types. We're about to pop off with this Electrode right now, literally. And don't say that I won't Mirror Coat that Latios, because I will. I will Mirror Coat that Latios. Skarm versus Sally, leading it off. I wonder if they're going to know that we have Flamethrower. Because, like, Blissey still does not want to mess with Sally. I really should just Dragon Dance right now. I am going to Dragon Dance. Like, what are you going to do? You're going to set your rocks? No, I'll go for the Flamethrower. They're just going to set rocks. Then the next turn, if I Dragon Dance and then Flamethrowered, they would Whirlwind, right? So it's better just to go for the Flamethrower right now. They shouldn't be switching to Blissey, right? Big Flamethrower. This is going to clock sturdy, but it might get the burn, which would be super nice. Wow, that's a thick Skarm, by the way. Because, like, we have a Life Orb. You can see our Life Orb right there. That's huge damage. Spikes right here. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a Blissey switch this turn. So, they shouldn't be trying to Whirlwind here, right? They should just switch to Bliss because they know we're going to use Flamethrower, right? They might even switch to, like, Rotom. So on this switch, we are definitely going to Dragon Dance. You should not try and Whirlwind me, bro. You shouldn't try and Whirlwind me. Switch. That's right. Free Dragon Dance. We're going all the way. The only thing that beats us right now is going to be like Scarf Latios, maybe? I guess Scizor could come in once we've taken a lot more life damage recoil. But we got the big DD right now. This won't one-shot their Blissey, but it'll put it within range to where like I don't care about it for the rest of the match. And that's all that we need. So let's go. Big Dragon Claw. I wish I had the Outrage probably would have killed. Like, Adamant Life Orb Outrage probably would have gotten the KO. But let's see how much damage. A crit here would get the KO for sure. Oh! No. Salamence, you monster. You monster, Salamence. Oh my gosh. What a beast. Salamence, best Pokemon in the game. Tyranitar, we got the EQ though. We got the Adamant Life Orb +1 from Dragon Dance EQ. Holy moly, this Pokemon's nuts. Alright, let's see if they're like Sash T-Tar. Shucka T-Tar is not very common. At this point, taking out their Blissey is humongous. You guys know how that works. And they're not any sort of like super fast set. Let's see. Oh my gosh, this Pokemon is crazy. And the fact that like, you know they don't have Scarf Latios because they would have sent that out. We are taking more damage now from Sandstorm and Life Orb at the same time. But we've used all the moves! Like, seriously, what a crazy first game for this Salamence. Like, I seriously just threw this team together And I was like, you know what? A lot of people complain about me using Garchomp. I'm going to use Salamence. I want to use Electrode. I want to use Aerodactyl. Kick it back to a little bit of old school Let's Go days. But like, what do you even do against this? If this is a really, really fast Rotom, Rotom can't be faster than Sally, even if I'm adamant. So that means even if they're like a Scarf timid set, I still should outspeed unless I'm made wrong. This might KO like a full speed special attack Rotom. I don't know. Either way, this is going to be a lot of damage. So tons of damage. Let's go. This shouldn't happen. This Pokemon is too good. What even is this? Yo, not gonna lie, Salamence was banned into Ubers back in Gen 4. Back in Gen 4, back in the day. The Rage Quit! Oh my gosh! This is the best game of Pokemon I've ever played in my life. But yeah, Salamence was banned back in like Diamond Pro Platinum days. It got banned into Ubers. We take those, man. Salamence, best Pokemon you've ever seen in your life. That guy had like a tier 1 singles team. We dumpstered them from the first turn of the game. Holy moly, you love to see it. Cloyster is going to be a big problem because we have like Salamence and Aerodactyl, but we do have like Tentacruel and Rotom to deal with it. So I think I'm probably going to lead with like... Did we just lead Rotom? What do we even switch to block that fake out from Kang if they want to go like lead Kang? I think we just switched to Sally, which isn't a great option. That's probably our best option though. So yeah, let's just lead Rotom and see how it goes. This one should not end the same way. Holy moly. That was such a crazy last game. Kangaskhan's gonna be really hard to deal with. We do not have that many Mons that can deal with Kang if they want to switch out accordingly and switch it back in over and over again to apply those like big adamant, potentially adamant focus or fake out. Sorry. Yeah, they're leading right away with it. So we don't want to get our Rotom fake out. It's our best play is probably just to switch to Salamence and then just go for like Intimidate to mitigate some of that damage. It's probably like Inner Focus too, which is like really, really hard to deal with. I think Scrappy's still better, but like this is probably our best option. And then I don't even think we want a Dragon Dance on the Switch. I think we're just going to go for the Dragon Claw. Just a straight up Dragon Claw, because like we have to stick damage into this thing somehow. And they're probably going for the Fake Out, right? So, oh, yes, the Intimidate works. That means they are going to be scrappy. Show me that Fake Out. Yeah. The normal types are the only Mons that really can go for Fake Out. You do see Fake Out on a lot of Mons in these formats, but see, when you see something like Fake Out, it pretty much just means I get a free switch and it's one of my Pokemon. So it's pretty good for me. Do I want a Dragon Dance? I don't see a reason in Dragon Dancing in this game, because they're going to have so many Sash Mons. Feraligatr could be Sash. Cloyster is definitely Sashed, and it packs the big Ice Shard. So I'm not going to be able to sweep like I did last time, but I'm going to be able to potentially stick a lot of damage here. Even if you're switching Gyarados, this is Life Orb Adamant. I don't really know how well Gyarados switches in on this, and even if Gyarados gets to like a +1 from a Dragon Dance, it still doesn't outspeed something like Electrode, which is a 150 base speed Mon. So we're in a really, really good spot here. And again, this team also doesn't have any ground types, so like I can just go to town with my Electrode. That's the right play to withdraw your Kangaskhan. I think preserving your Kangaskhan is going to be like how you win this game. Let's see how much damage you take here. Umbreon's a great Mon here. It's probably going to be like heavy HP defense. That's a lot of damage. They can just Moonlight me out here. They can Foul Play me here. Foul Play do a lot. What do I want to switch to? Rotom? Rotom's a good switch in here. And then we'll, yeah, we already see the leftovers, so we're just going to switch in Rotom. And we're going to go for a Trick to give it a Choice Scarf. Cool. Yeah, probably the best play here. Tentacruel could also be super, super nice if played correctly. It's just we have to get some rocks up so we can start chunking that Zapdos every time it switches in. That's probably a... Oh, Yawn. Yeah, we'll just go for a Volt Switch then. Really surprised to see Yawn instead of a Foul Play. Because, like, I could have just hit it with another Dragon Claw there and switched out. I guess it would have Moonlighted this turn. It's probably going to Moonlight this turn. That's okay. Volt Switch. Let's see what they want to do. Protect. Oh, okay, so they're just going to let me go to sleep. Cool, that's fine with me. I do not care about that. So they're going to see Yawn Protect. Most likely going to be Wish Foul Play is going to be its set, which means it can't hit our Rotom anyways. And again, we don't really care if we get put to sleep on this Rotom. Now, the next turn we're going to have to be asleep, which means if they're going to switch to their Cloyster, they're going to be able to get away with whatever they want. But the good thing is, like, Cloyster doesn't really do that much to Rotom anyway, so we're going to be okay. So even if they hard switch to Cloyster, it's not really the end of the world. Hopefully, right? Hopefully they don't get, like, 2 Shell Smashes, King's Rock, freaking flinch us out. But we are Scarf, so they're going to need 2 Shell Smashes to outspeed us, I think, depending on how their EV spread is. Because most Cloysters still aren't 252. They're thinking about it. The good thing is, like, Rotom's an amazing Pokemon versus most of these. I guess they could switch back into the Kang. I would probably switch right back into my Sally and we would rinse and repeat this whole situation with my with my Rotom being asleep and wasting one of its sleep turns. Is it gonna be Gyarados? This is a greedy play for you, my guy, because I have to be asleep this turn, right? But I don't have to be asleep next turn, and even if you go for a Dragon Dance here, I still outspeed a Gyarados because I'm using a timid Scarf Rotom. Rotom has an 88 base speed versus Gyarados is 81. I'm still asleep here. Even if you're Dragon Dancing, I'm still in a good spot. So I'm still probably going to outspeed you right here. And remember, we are locked into Volt Switch since we did... Actually, we should be locked into Volt Switch. Just because we did use that on the Protect. Just want to see. Like, it should say locked into Volt Switch, right? Yeah. Because, like, it went into Protect. Anyways, hopefully I wake up here. If you use 2 Dragon Dances off, yeah, there we go. I'd be in a bad spot, but we're okay. Big DPS. Gyarados goes down. That's absolutely amazing. Now, the only thing we don't want to bring in here is probably Salamence. Just because Salamence, we need Salamence to switch in on Protects. So let's see. Sorry, switch in on Fake Out. So let's see. What do I want to bring in? Maybe Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl would be good if it would bait the Feraligatr, and then I would just hard switch back into my Rotom and do the exact same thing. Yeah, I don't mind that play. This also kind of conditions, maybe it might condition Cloyster to come in. I would probably think about taunting the Cloyster, and if they just wanted to kill my Aerodactyl, that might be okay. I might even just set Rocks versus the Cloyster, and if they end up KOing me the next turn, I would just send out Rotom or Tentacruel and be fine. That's another good option. Let's see if the Cloyster comes out. It's probably just going to be Kang, though. Crocodile, right? We talked about this. So again, this conditions this Pokemon to come in. We're going to switch right back out to our Rotom. And again, if they Dragon Dance, this Pokemon's base speed is lower than Rotom's. So they're going to get +1 speed. We have a +1 speed from our Scarf. So we're in a really, really good spot. Now, the only way they outplay this is like nothing. They have to freeze us with an Ice Punch and not be Sheer Force. Yeah, go for it. D-Dance. I'm still faster, right? I'm still going to be faster. And we're probably just going to use Thunderbolt here, because we want to get the KO. It might be Sashed. Totally could be Sashed. Usually those things are built with a Life Orb, though. Hopefully this KOs. They don't have that many mons that really switch in on this Rotom. They'd bring in their Kang after this, and like I said, we'll switch right into Sally. Sally's the glue that holds this team together. Keeps it just barely hanging on. Yeah, this team has a lot of electric weakness. And we condition them into bringing this Pokemon out by sending out the Aerodactyl. So we're using our type disadvantages into our strengths. Let's see, they're super pinned here. I think the Thunderbolt should KO, unless they're like walking. They could switch into the Umbreon, right? But Umbreon also doesn't want to eat all this damage either. And if they want to go for that whole Yawn thing, I already saw their like Yawn Protect play. So like I'd go for a Thunderbolt, they'd Yawn, I'd just hard switch that time into something like maybe Electrode that has another Volt Switch. They're just going to decide to eat it down for the count. That's 2 KOs. Rotom running Riot Rampage right now. Now what's going to get sent out here? Kang? It should be Kang. Again, we already talked about what happens when we see Umbreon. So let's see. We'll go for a Thunderbolt, eat the Yawn, and hard switch. Kangaskhan. Cool. We'll just switch right to the Sally. Block the Fake Out. Rotom would take like 40% from this Fake Out, and I don't want that, right? So we'll switch right into the Sally. And I'm probably just going to go, again, straight up for the Dragon Claw. I might go for... I want to go for Dragon Dance, because it's such a good option, but like it's just not worth it in a team that has Cloyster, because they can just come out and Ice Shard us. So show me that Fake Out again. You could just read this and go for like a Double Edge or something. Fake Out. Yeah, see how wasteful that is? They could actually be going for moves that don't suck, right? They could be going for good moves here, and they're not. We're just going to go for Dragon Claw. And again, if you switch in the Umbreon, we've been to this rodeo before. They're just going to stay in. I love sticking damage on this thing. Puts it within range for most attacks now. And I don't care if you KO the Sally. It really doesn't matter that much to me. There's the Double Edge. You're going to take a little bit more recoil as well. And you're going to give me a free switch into whatever I want. And I'm going to choose my Aerodactyl and get some free rocks up. Because your only defogger is going to be that Zapdos. And I would love it if you brought a Zapdos in to fight my Aerodactyl. Leftovers King. That's sick. Now let's go. So rocks up. So all we really realistically have to do is put up rocks. KO this Kang eventually, and then once the Cloyster comes out, we're actually going to taunt the Cloyster so it can't Shell Smash. It's already lost its potential Sash because we're going to set rocks, and then from there we just click Rock Slide if we have any turns left. So this is exactly what Aerodactyl is supposed to do. So here we go, Stealth Rocks right here, and I prefer Rock Slide over Stone Edge Not only because it has a higher accuracy, but because it can flinch, and Aerodactyl is ties for the fastest base speed in the decks without using any like speed boosting items like a choice scarf or anything. It's going to be a base 130, so we can flinch like Latioses, we can flinch Alakazams, we can flinch Gengars, all those good things. So the only winning play here for them, I think, is the hard switch and the Cloyster, and they're not going to do it. And that would be them preserving their Sash, if they even had Sash, right? So let's see, let's just take this damage. Drain Punch, good tech, I like that. It's not going to do a ton. It's going to get them a little bit of health in conjunction with Leftovers. That's pretty nice. It probably keeps them out of Rocks damage. We already know that they're not Inner Focus Kang because they were intimidated by our Salamence. So Rock Slide should be a 2-shot. And again, I love the big flinch. Show me the absolutely massive flinch, Aerodactyl. Come on. You know, I was the Aerodactyl master trainer in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. So I got the shots, right? I got these shots. You're out of the water types, right? You got one water type left. You got Cloyster. I KO'd your Feraligatr. I KO'd your Gyarados, right? You don't have that many mons that can realistically come in on this. Umbreon would just get taunted, right? Big taunted. So show me that Umbreon. I'll show you the biggest taunt you ever seen in your life. Zapdos. That's not it. Is not. Rock Slide. Rocks. Rocks. Let's go. Deep D's. S. Yeah, we take those Aerodactyl big busted. Show me that Umbreon, I taunt it. Show me that Cloyster, I taunt it. Show me that Kangaskhan, I soak a Fake Out. I don't really care. Again, I'm not saying Fake Out on those mons is bad. It's just really, really predictable. And the best way to do it is to show the Fake Out once if you're ever going to do it. And then from there, stop using the Fake Out and just punish people every single time they switch in to mitigate that damage. So like if I switched in like something like Salamence or something to mitigate a Fake Out, or if I still had the Salamence, you would just go for the double edge that turn and just steal a KO my Salamence. We're not going to let them go for any of that cool stuff that they want to go for. We're just going to go for the big taunt here. So they can't Moonlight, they can't Protect, they can't do any of their cool stuff. The best thing they're going to have is Foul Play. And we don't really care about that. You could totally Foul Play me right there. There's the Yawn, like we care. This thing's probably built with... It could be synchronized, it could also be Inner Focus. We actually haven't been able to tell yet. So we could go for the Rock Slide. I'll just go for the Rock Slide, it's fine. It's a little bit stronger than Earthquake. It's a 75 stab, so it's just going to be a little bit stronger than Earthquake. Aerodactyl is not the strongest Pokemon in the world. This is a fully EV trained in attack and speed Aerodactyl. It's not that strong, but yeah, it's okay. It's pretty okay. Critical hit! Aerodactyl with the crit flinch. Coming in hot from downtown. Bet you wish you could Moonlight, huh? Bet you wish you could do literally anything. Aerodactyl big busted. Let's go. Let's go, Aerodactyl. You love to see it, don't you? I do. I personally just love to see it. Let's see, are you gonna switch? Are you gonna switch? Switching Kang, maybe? Nah, that ain't it. What are you doing? What are you doing, Chief? You got the Cloyster, you got the Kang, you got the Umbreon, right? And we got big Aerodactyl being an absolutely massive bully right now. Rock Slide, another big hit. Can we get another crit or another flinch? Survey says another flinch. That's 2 flinches. If this didn't make you a Rock Slide believer, maybe you're a Rock Slide believer now. We need one more turn where we don't die, and then we'll be able to Earthquake. I didn't see if their taunt wore off, but I don't think it should have. That would suck. Rock Slide. Let's go. One more. Big flinch. Do it for me. Do it for me. Oh my gosh, we got the 3rd flinch. Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl. Stop it. Get some help. Get some help, Umbreon. And this is the turn where we Earthquake, because it's just guaranteed. We don't want to miss the Rock Slide. Remember, that is going to be a 90 accuracy. Yo, we are an absolute fiend this game. That Salamence game last game, Aerodactyl this game. Yo, people say I don't use different Pokemon. And I do use different Pokemon. It just takes me a while to get them. We take those. Umbreon, I never even heard of it. Again, all we gotta do is taunt the Cloyster. Kangaskhan, we'll just fight the Kangaskhan. Ain't no big deal. And then we're gonna win. We're gonna win the game. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. I mean, I can. I knew I was gonna win the whole time, but oh man, I'm just making this look easy. You know, 3 flinches in a row. Call me Serene Grace Aerodactyl Master Trainer over here. You just gotta have faith. You just gotta play with that confidence, and you gotta play to your outs. I wonder what's going through their head right now. There's the Kang. They're like, how could this happen? No. You like those Stealth Rocks? I know, I do. Yeah, we're just gonna stay in. We're gonna soak the we're gonna take the damage from the Fake Out. Oh, they're not Fake Outing. Good job. You don't need to do that. You don't need to Fake Out. I mean, you died. Maybe you could have Fake Outed so you got an extra tick of Leftovers, but good stuff. You know, you tried to punish me for switching, which I didn't, which also goes to show that can happen to you too. So that's another reason why fake out's not that great in singles, because sometimes that does happen. The Cloister, their MVP. They're gonna come in hot and try and win the game. Hopefully they're not Mental Herb Cloister. And we're gonna show the big taunt here. We're gonna mess them up. What are you gonna do about it? You could totally Icicle Spear me. As long as I get off my taunt, I just come in with like Electrode and just like end the game. And that'd be, you know what? That would be nice if I just used Aerodactyl Electrode, the golden oldie squad from Let's Go, to win the game. That would make me just the happiest person. I wonder if they're just gonna be like, you know, I wonder if we're ever gonna see like Scarf Cloisters, because that was pretty popular back in Gen 6 as well. Just Scarf Cloister. You just Scarf Icicle Spear. You just come in hot. You don't even need the Shell Smash. Oh, it's Ice Shard. Wow, that's fine. Yeah, I do not care. Getting up this taunt is absolutely massive. I'll even take the I'll just take the next Ice Shard. That's totally fine. And Aerodactyl doesn't have that 4 times weakness that a lot of other Pokemon have. And it's much better to go for that taunt than to go for like a Rock Slide. Rock Slide could have missed. They could have got their Shell Smash up. That'd be a whole bag of problems. This is going to be completely fine. We're going to send out the Electrode. We're going to use Discharge. Or we can even send out the Rotom. Like, Rotom's been an absolute MVP this matchup too. You know, maybe we'll just send out the Rotom. Because it's always better in these situations where you're winning to deny your opponent information. Especially if you're thinking about playing for a best of 3. Or you know you might play that person again on the ladder. Or anything like that. It's always best to deny information. We don't want to show them that our Electrode... it's EV spread, because if they're going to Ice Shard us, they're going to be able to see our EV spread. Versus this Rotom, they already kind of know this Rotom's Scarf. We've already shown them everything there is to show about this Rotom, so might as well just continue to, you know, drill it in the fact that their team needs a check for Rotom. I'm helping them out here. So let's go. Big T-Bolt. Show us what you're working with, Cloister. We respect Cloister in this house. That's why our team has so many, like, freaking Ice Resist. We have Tentacruel. We have this Rotom. Even Blissey is pretty good against Cloister if you can bring it at the right time. So we do be taking these all the way to the bank. Cloister down for the count. I'm playing pretty well. You know what? I'm playing pretty well. Playing in my outs. We do be taking those wins, guys. Thank you so much for watching. For those of you guys that like my content, you guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, think about leaving a comment. Think about letting me know the answer to the question of the day. And if you didn't enjoy the video, I still hope you have a great day. Other than that, peace out, everyone. Hopefully you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time.